Hello everyone. In this video I am going to talk about getting to learn Maximo as an engineer for free. So I am not going to teach you how to use Maximo because it is going to be a very complex subject with a lot of things to grasp, and by no means I am an expert enough to teach you the intricacies of Maximo. That being said, I am here in this video to tell you how and where you could find these information and learning materials for free, so you can become an expert yourself. Let's get started. So first of all, I am going to touch base briefly about what is exactly the IBM Maximo. What is this about, really? Then I am going to talk about the certifications and courses available so that you can get some official training and official proof that you are an expert in this field, so you can get those jobs if you are interested. And there are a lot of jobs out everywhere for using the IBM Maximo platform, because it is one of the most popular platform to use for maintenance, project estimation, etc. And of course, lastly, the heart of this video, which is how and where you could learn all of this for free. Now, I do have to want to state I have no affiliation to any of the vendors that I am going to talk about in this video, nor I have any affiliation with IBM, so I don't receive any money from these guys. In my job, at my work, I work a lot with this product, and I noticed that there are a lot of jobs out there that requires of this product. So this is purely for your learning purposes, and it's purely for you to kickstart your career. So I have no affiliation again in this. So anything that I am going to say, the sources available, is objective, based on my opinions. Okay, so let's start. Now, what is Maximo? Well, Maximo originally is a product developed by Protec Software and Development Inc., also known as PDSI, which later known as the MRO software. And this software goes way back. It actually is firstly developed and shown in 1985. And what this product is it is actually a CMMS designed to assist an organization in managing its assets, such as buildings, vehicles, fire extinguishers, equipment recording details such as details, maintenance schedules, and participating in workflows to manage the assets. Now later, this product, around 2005, it got bought off by IBM. So that is why now you would see that it is called IBM Maximo. Now, I did mention an acronym in which I didn't fully explain, and that is the term CMMS. And that stands for Computerized Maintenance Management System. And what this system does, is that it maintains a computer database of information about an organization's maintenance operations. The different components of a CMMS include, but are not limited to, equipment data management, preventive maintenance, labor, work order system, scheduling planning, vendor management, inventory control, purchasing, budgeting, as well as asset tracking. Now let's go back to the IBM Maximo. So what are the key relevant features for an engineer in regards to the IBM Maximo? Well, first of all, asset management. IBM Maximo manage all types of assets by defining and describing asset capabilities, developing hierarchical relationships, monitoring specific asset details, and providing documentation that can be automatically fed into the work streams. Another thing is procurement and materials management, which means that it can plan inventory to meet maintenance demand precisely, making the right parts available at the right location when needed. Work management. This portion of Maximo streamlines planning, scheduling, routing, and work completion with improved work order management. Organize work based on priority, resources, and assets. So if you haven't noticed already, I have another course in Udemy about project estimation and the developing of compatible units. And what the compatible units within Maximo does is to make sure this portion, the work management feature, to work properly so you can organize work, scheduling work based on the resources and assets available. Now, with great powers comes great difficulties. So, of course, I have told you how powerful Maximo is. On the other hand, there are some difficulties in using this type of powerful software. So, for one, to use this software, you would require to have extensive and costly ongoing training and consulting services due to the complex nature of this software. And it is very complex, especially that in some corporations, in, for example, utilities or in the energy sector, you would see that they even have added self modules that consulting firms program for them to add on top of the Maximo program, and all of that adds into the complexity of an already complex structure. So, and of course, with the ability to do so many stuff, it does lack user friendliness because it is very much a industry software, and with so many functions, they haven't really optimized the user the user endpoint and the user experience. But despite that, though, due to a long history since 1985, and that many big players like big corporations have adopted Maximo, this is still one of the most popular platform for asset and work management all around the world. So if you decide that you want to go into let's say the maintenance world, even like scheduling work world, or even project management, it will be actually a very good skill to have, to show employers that you can work with this program. So let's talk about the various certifications or things that you can use as proof that you know IBM Maximo, to show to your future employer. Well, these certifications are official IBM certifications. So you can actually just search for IBM Maximo certification on Google, and you would find it on the official IBM website. So that's why I'm not showing you the link. You should actually know how to search for it. They are around $200 US dollars at the point of this video being made. Now the thing is though, this price also differs depending on location. So where you are, you might have slightly higher cost in getting this certification. I don't know. So however though, it's around 200 US dollars to get these certifications. So let's see what type of certifications that you could get. First thing is the IBM Certified Deployment Professional, the Maximo Asset Management module, and this is based on the IBM Watson Internet of Things. So this one you would explore the asset function of the Maximo platform, and what it does is that it actually records the asset's condition. It can actually also from, like, let's say other database, from operations database like Pi, Historian, or other equipment reporting database structure, it can actually feed data into the asset management. Hence they have the internet, the Watson Internet of Things part of it. It could actually feed data back into the into Maximo, and for it to give you a score or what we call the health index of a equipment, so that it would give you what you it would give you whether or not you should actually replace that equipment or issue some crews to actually go out and look at the equipment to see if there's anything wrong. So it won't go to that detail, but it would actually go through some of those functions, how you set things up in the asset portion. And this goes with the same as the Certified Associate, which is not as much detailed, the Maximo Asset Management version 7.5. The next one is almost the same. So now the Certified Infrastructure Deployment Professional Maximo Asset Management 7.5 is more or less not on the user side, it's more on the development side. Now the next one is the 7.6 ones instead of the 7.5. So the structure is a bit different, but I would not think that the employers would think that much differently. If you know 7.5, they would trust that you probably would know 7.6. So either one would be fine in my opinion. But of course, if 7.6 is out, you might as well just go for 7.6, right? So, and lastly, it's the Certified Solution Architect, the Watson IoT Maximo. And I believe this is actually not as much of the asset management portion of Maximo, but more or less leaning towards the Watson IoT interfacing with Maximo. Now on to the free places to learn. The first one that I want to talk about is the Protec, Projetech, and this is a YouTube channel from a Maximo business partner. And what is very valuable is that it contains playlists of very detailed videos to learn the different functionality that Maximo has to offer. So how do you get there? You can search for Protec and then the word Maximo on YouTube, and you will find the channel. If not, you could filter your search results based on channel, and that would be your first search result. If you don't want to search, the alternative is you type in this address, which is www.youtube.com/user/protec/playlists. So once you get to that playlists, you would see the following images. So they would have playlists for work orders, how to do work orders, tips and tricks, how to do querying versus various querying of data. And trust me, that is very, very important, especially like if you need to draw reports or you need to count up how many assets of a particular type that you have in your system. This is very, very important. And they also have some playlists for learning about contracts. And once you click into those playlists, such as I clicked in work order, they would actually have the videos in order of which you should learn. So in here they have purchasing for work orders in Maximo, work planning, and as well as basic of work planning. Again, it's a very structured learning, and it's in YouTube, so it's very, very easy to access. And that is Protec. Now, this place, the next place I'm going to talk about is called the Tech MCQ. And what it contains free articles about procedures and detailed screenshots to the various Maximo functionalities. And the website is www.techmcq.com/article/list/Maximo. And in this link, it's page 1, so that's why it's /1. So in the screenshot to the right, basically on the website, you would see it's like a list of articles, just random articles for Maximo, just the various stuff that you can learn. For example, the labor application, the people application, different modules, the start center, which everybody when logged into Maximo, that's what you would see, but it's also catered towards different people with different access rights and work groups. It also tells you like the different workflows, how to do invoices, etc. It's a very, very comprehensive database of information, and it's free. So if you want to or have a lot of time doing reading, this is actually a very, very good place to start. Now, after all of that, let's go to some of the official training. And luckily, official training is actually free. That's right. IBM IoT Academy offers Maximo learning modules for free. And you can just sign up an account, an IBM IoT account from iot-academy.info to actually sign up to those courses. So in here, there's different stuff like conditional job plans, introduction to PMQ, again, Watson IoT platform, etc. So they got various modules in there for you to actually go and learn all about Maximo. You might not have the same cover as the last one, the Tech MCQ, because that is very, very comprehensive article list. But this is actually straight from IBM, and it's free. And what's not better than you get information straight from the lion's mouth, right? So be sure, if you are interested in learning this wonderful Maximo platform, be sure to check out iot-academy.info. Now, I have talked to you about the various places that you can learn, but you might ask me, well, it's good to learn about information and stuff, but to actually gain the skills, you actually need to wet your feet. What I mean is you actually need to go in and experience it. You need to go in and actually do stuff with the platform. Without touching the actual Maximo platform, what you learn is in vain. And you are absolutely correct to tell me that. Like the last three sources that I was telling you, even though if you learn it by heart, people won't trust you because you have never touched it. But guess what? This last piece of information will be very useful for you in to get your feet wet, and that is the free environment that you can play with. And this is what we call the Maximo Asset Management 7.6.0 preview site. So you have this link, which is www.ibm.com/support/pages/maximo-asset-management-760-preview-site. And there is, you could just enter the username Maximo and the password maxpass1, as I've shown below, into that particular platform, and you could get it running. However, note that because everybody is using that same thing to learn about Maximo and to test stuff, you might not be able to access it at the time that you want. So be wary of that, because it's such a hot thing that, and it's very, very nice thing, or a nice marketing thing for IBM to do, to provide a preview site for everyone to have. However, though, due to the demand, you might not have it the right time for you to test, or that it will be very, very slow due to everybody is connecting to the same server. So however, though, if you don't have access to Maximo at your work, because you actually wanted to get your foot in the door, this is probably the best way for you to actually work around and work with the system. So once you get the basics intact, like from Protec, from IoT Academy, from Tech MCQ, etc., go to this preview site and see what actually Maximo looks like and how everything works. And good luck with the future of your Maximo career. Bye for now. So if you have not signed up to my Udemy courses yet, be sure to check out my promotion. So I have actually had a whole series of courses tailor made for the power engineering industry, as well as various aspects that you can find within the utility industry. And these coupons are actually up to 90% off. Now, if you actually wanted to sign up, be sure to check out these coupon codes. I actually have those links also on in the YouTube description. So if you haven't signed up to my courses already, be sure to check it out using my promotional coupon offer.